Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld of the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Looking at fire potential impacts over the next few days, we will see smoke shift a little to the south and east into Friday, impacting a larger portion of Utah. However, we are expecting to see an improvement across much of Idaho going into Friday. There's also the potential for some isolated showers with wet thunderstorms as a weather system moves to the north of the Great Basin. So taking a look at that near surface smoke forecast, you can see this afternoon the main smoke impacts will be across northeastern Nevada, portions of Idaho, and into far northwestern Utah. And then on Thursday, as that cold front moves through, it will bring thicker smoke further to the southeast, and so you can see that moving further into Utah and southern Nevada. Looking at the upper level smoke forecast, again, today main smoke impacts across central southeastern Idaho, far northwestern Utah, and that area expanding into Thursday to impact a larger portion of Utah and further south into Nevada. Over the past 24 hours, we've really not had much in the way of precipitation or lightning. Fire activity is very light, with just a few new starts across the Great Basin. ERCs are currently below the 50th percentile across almost the entire state of Utah, trending higher as you move further to the north and west. You can see, looking at those trend arrows, that ERCs have been trending upwards over the past 3 days across the Great Basin, but still well below normal across most locations. Taking a closer look at those ERC trends, GB14, which is in northwestern Nevada, one of our driest PSAs, is still just right at normal levels, and then GB35, which is southern Utah, and the Arizona Strip, hovering right around normal. Taking a look at live fuel moisture, this is showing sagebrush. The image on the left is those stations are colored based on how the most recent sagebrush observation compares to normal. You can see there's kind of a mixed bag across the Great Basin, kind of a mix of stations that are above normal and below normal. Looking at those trends, you can see Burrow Hill, which is in western Wyoming, is at record low levels. However, Wild West, which is further west into Idaho, is above normal, as well as Cane Gulch in southeastern Utah. The satellite image this morning is a little wonky, as you can see, but you can get a sense for the smoke covering a large portion of the Great Basin, really significantly impacting northern Nevada into Idaho. And we are expecting that to be transported to the south and east. Looking at the upper level pattern for today, we do have an upper level low approaching the Great Basin from the northwest. As far as our significant fire potential map, really the only brown zones right now are western Nevada. With that approaching upper low, we will see pretty gusty winds across portions of the Great Basin today. You can see those areas on the map in the orange and red, where we could see some wind gusts in the 35 to 40 mile an hour range this afternoon. However, we have no high risks issued, as these winds will generally be occurring in areas where fuels are not critically dry. Relative humidities will be the driest across northwestern Nevada, where we could see some single-digit relative humidities. So moving to Thursday, the upper low continues to move through the northern part of the Great Basin. You can see a larger portion of Nevada has gone from the yellow to brown with that dry, windy weather we're expecting today. Looking at Thursday in more detail, you can see gusty winds will mainly impact southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. However, we could see some winds in the 15 to 25 mile an hour range across the Snake River Plain of Idaho. As far as relative humidity, driest areas will continue to be across much of Nevada and into western Utah. Then taking a look at precipitation on Thursday, we are expecting some wet showers and thunderstorms as that system moves through. Those will mainly impact eastern Utah. So moving to Friday, still keeping that upper low just to the north. That will result in another day of gusty winds. Looking at those winds in more detail, winds are really expected to pick up across the Snake River Plain in Idaho on Friday, with winds in the 25 to 35 mile an hour range, as well as gusty winds further south into Utah, impacting the Uintas and into southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. Relative humidities, again, will remain driest across much of Nevada. And as far as precipitation, really not much is expected on Friday. Over the next 3 days, we again could see some wet showers and thunderstorms with that cold front passage, and that will be mainly across portions of eastern Utah. Moving into Saturday, looking at dry conditions continuing across the Great Basin. You can see all of Nevada and western Idaho have gone into the brown category on the 7-day fire potential map. Moving into Sunday, looking at another system making its way into the Pacific Northwest. We will expect to see elevated winds across portions of the Great Basin as that makes its way, and looking at a continued drying trend into the weekend. Monday, again, expecting dry, windy conditions across the northern part of the Great Basin. However, it does look like the monsoon will begin to make its way into the southern part of the Great Basin again, and you can see the southern portions of Utah on our 7-day significant fire potential map have gone back into that green category, anticipating some thunderstorms with that monsoonal onset of moisture. And then on Tuesday, greater increase in moisture ahead of that upper low expected to move into the area. Over the next 7 days, we're expected to see a round of precipitation tomorrow and lingering a bit into Friday as that upper low moves to our north. Then the potential again for some precipitation towards the end of the 7-day period across the southern part of the Great Basin as monsoonal moisture returns to the south. Looking a little further out into the 8 to 14-day period, expecting above normal temperatures across the entire Great Basin. However, right now it is looking like that wetter pattern will continue across the southern part of the Great Basin with continued dry conditions further north. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.